guys, what is going on? Yes, it is the top 5 you guys have been waiting for. It is top 5 summer films of 2017. Now, first of all, I just want to give a huge apology due to the fact that we missed not only June but July's top 5 for one reason, because it's scheduling, guys. It's hard to schedule these videos even more now these days because
we have lives. We have work.
We actually did film a top 5 gaming list with Shane. It was me and Shane, but unfortunately, due to the new audio equipment, which we're still figuring out, the audio is clipped out of proportion. Like, if you guys would have heard the audio, you wouldn't be able to listen to the frickin' audio. So, I think we got the audio just right. But anyway, so, alright, I know you guys...
Would you quit with the fidget spinner? It's not making much noise!
Anyways, I know you guys have been wanting to see this list for ages. So anyway, so let's get into our top 5 favorite summer films of 2017. Our most surprising, most disappointing, and of course, the one you've been waiting for, the shit stain. And I think, honestly, looking at last summer, this summer was a bit better, to be honest. I think it was better, to be honest.
Well, June was bad, May was July and August really saved it. July and August really saved it.
But anyways, with that being said, let's get into the top 5 summer films of 2017. In our opinion, get it on!
Let's get it on.
Number 5.
Alright, number 5, so who would like to start off?
I'll do it.
Okay, Alex, number 5, go for it.
Alright, my number 5 is something that I was looking forward to, but someone not, because it's a part of this certain universe.
I know it is.
Wonder Woman!
That's my number 5 as well.
Wahoo!
All 3 of us agree on it.
Oh, hell yeah. So, I think we can all agree that the DCEU was in a horrible state before this movie came out.
Yeah, especially with the new news that just happened recently with Jared Leto coming back as a Joker.
It was on its last leg, pretty much.
But then Wonder Woman...
saved it.
Yes, absolutely saved it. Gal Gadot, pretty much personification of Wonder Woman. Patty Jenkins, if you guys haven't seen Monster, have you guys seen Monster?
Yes.
I have not.
You have seen it? It's a great film, right?
Not bad.
Watch Monster when you can.
But I have time.
I really liked Chris Pine in this movie.
Chris Pine was awesome.
He was really great.
You know what I'm not lying? We're probably gonna die! But the lasso of truth.
Also, the opening battle scene with all the women and the Nazis.
That was probably my favorite scene.
Oh, not the one with the Nazis. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, the one with the Nazis. Yeah. But the No Man's Land scene was brilliant beyond compare.
It was awesome.
If you guys haven't seen Wonder Woman, and if you guys are afraid of the DCU failing, I think this will bring your faith back into the DCU.
Trust us.
I think it will. I'm just praying that Justice League will go good. I'm praying Justice League is good. I'm praying it is.
We'll see.
Anyways, Wonder Woman is our number 5.
Number 4.
Alright, number 4 for me is, or was, in 2000 and, I want to say 12? Maybe 13? Wait, hold on. Forgot the year. When was the first one? 2014 was one of my favorite films in the summer. The second one is also Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Number 2.
Really? Wow.
Yes. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Number 2 is my number 4.
I wanted to love it, I just didn't love it.
It was so good.
I wish I could.
I like the soundtrack, but the first soundtrack
like
was
always.
better.
Well, soundtrack like always is kick-ass. I loved Little Groot.
Little Groot was
awesome.
The opening action sequence with Baby Groot dancing, that was the best part of the entire film, I thought.
That's that Kurt Russell coming back, and he's Star-Lord's dead. Ego?
Yeah, Ego the Living Planet.
The Living Planet. He has his own planet with all beauty, and then the epic plot twist where he's like, oh, shoot.
That part was just like, okay, that I didn't see coming.
That was a pretty epic plot twist.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good, yeah.
But yeah, the fight scenes were great. It was a great summer film. So, simply put, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is my number 4. My
number 4 is a film I was very looking forward to because I love this director. She won an Oscar back a few years ago over Avatar. Yes, Hurt Locker deserves it.
Bullshit.
But anyways, my number 4 is clearly my most underappreciated film of the year, Detroit. I love.
Almost made my list.
Almost. It's a good film.
My number 6. It would be my number 6.
Good. But it basically takes place during an incident during the 1967 Detroit riots at the Algiers Motel when a person, Eazy-E, that idiot, fired a starting pistol. Yeah,
hey!
Eazy-E was in the movie. That's why I'm saying it.
He's not an idiot.
When you watch the movie, you'll see what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Basically, these 3 cops, these racist
Show
assholes.
some respect. Sorry.
Be quiet! Be quiet! Basically, these three cops that were total dickheads came into this building and they were just being vicious, and the entire film basically plays out like a horror film. It's based almost like a psychological thriller.
It's a psychological thriller.
But it's more of a crime thriller. Will Poulter is clearly my pick for Best Supporting Actor of the Year, and I heard he was going to originally play Pennywise in It. After seeing Detroit's, he would have killed it, I feel like. This is actually one of the few times, actually the first time I actually had an audible reaction in theaters this year when it was like, fuck you! At one certain point. But Detroit was so well made, you felt like you were actually at the hotel with everyone being interrogated. I don't want to say too much more because I could gush about this movie all the time, but Detroit is my number 4 of the summer.
Number 4 features one of my favorite directors of all time, directed one of the best trilogies ever of movies.
Really?
And this movie is absolutely one of the best films you could see this year. That is Baby Driver. Loved all the actors in the movie. Jamie Foxx was awesome as his badass self. Kevin Spacey was incredible. Once again, Kevin Spacey has some great lines in this movie.
My favorite line, quit feeding me lines from Monsters Inc. It's pissing me off.
Exactly. That was great. Driving scenes stole this movie for me. The driving scenes were amazing. I love the ending. It pretty much felt like a really great movie. The only thing I had a little bit of an issue with was after he ends up dissing the car itself. Like, that felt a little slow. Just a little bit slow for me. But otherwise, though, I absolutely love this movie. Other than that, it could be like a few minutes cut out of it, but otherwise,
really, I didn't
just a few minutes. Nothing too big. You guys should go see this movie. It has such a great movie. Like some of the best action scenes of the year. Like that final fight scene is just incredible with the car.
Well, there's one I'm gonna bring up later on.
The car just going falling down the guy. That was just amazing.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
But yeah, overall, Baby Driver is an excellent movie I've ever seen. That's my
Number 3 for me is going to be a movie that I saw last week, actually.
Really?
And it's absolutely amazing. Amazing director who made some of the great movies like Ocean's 11. This is his latest one. It's Logan Lucky.
Such a blast of a movie.
I have still not seen it yet.
So good.
I am going to see it when I can.
Think about this. Ocean's 11 for rednecks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically what this is.
Basically the way I described it as the best remake of Ocean's 11 we possibly could have gotten, but with NASCAR mixed in.
With rednecks. Casting was absolutely amazing. You had Daniel Craig as the...
I'm in a onesie, how do you think I feel right
now?
I am incarcerated. I forgot to loosen the tie on this. That'd be laughing so.
Why is my arm in the vacuum?
Oh no, my favorite line. This was my favorite line. You're asking us to steal from NASCAR. That's like basically hurt America.
We're Christians.
that had me dying.
If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do so, Lucas.
I am going to.
It's great. It's great.
I'm going to see it.
Logan Lucky is my number 3.
Alright, my number 3, you guys are gonna be surprised that this is not higher considering how much I love this film. But you know what? I was looking for this film because this director is one of the most admired directors of our time. One of the greatest war movies of all time. Number 3, Dunkirk. This is a film that it's getting a polarized reaction from the audience. I've heard basically there are some people say they didn't. It's because I've heard a lot of people say that basically there wasn't character development, which that wasn't the point of the film. Okay. Or some people saying that it was visual storytelling at its finest, which is where I'm at the standpoint of. Christopher Nolan directs this bravado in visual storytelling, to say the least. How all the characters intertwine from land, sea, to the air. The dogfights are some of the best I've seen since Top Gun, and which makes it even better is that they're not over theatrical. It feels gritty. It feels
real.
Raw. Exactly. And if you saw this in IMAX, especially,
yes.
Wow, is that something? Oh, yes. The film was about putting you in the shoes of those soldiers, and I thought Christopher Nolan did that tenfold. I don't want to say much more, but I'll say is this: Hans Zimmer's musical score was also freaking phenomenal. And also Harry Styles, pretty good in the film for his first film, by the way. If you guys haven't seen Dunkirk and you're fans of war films and especially Nolan films, see it immediately. My number 3.
My number 3. This film is a reboot of a franchise that Unfortunately, the second time around did not really click well with audiences. The first time around had some great films. The first and second one were great. The third one, not as much. But now, coming into the third iteration of this series of film,
got it.
Spider-Man Homecoming is my number 3.
Damn great film.
It is an amazing film. Fantastic. I saw this with Joe, by the way. I saw this with Joe. Great cinematography in this movie. Michael Keaton is a badass as Vulture.
He's the best MCU villain since Loki. Easily the best MCU villain since Loki.
Exactly. He's one of the best villains around. Literally, like, how could you beat him as a villain? Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man. He plays the role so well. He's like a nerd, and he also has like that little cockiness of him as well.
Yes.
I love that look. I love Tony Stark when he comes into film for a little bit. That was pretty cool when seeing him.
And the thing I liked about Spider-Man Homecoming the most is that people were saying it's the Iron Man 4. It's not even an Iron Man movie.
No, it's not even Iron Man.
It's a Spider-Man movie forefront.
I just love one of the scenes where they're driving to the car to go to prom. That scene alone just got me the chills.
God.
It's like,
what about before that?
Oh no! Right when I saw Michael Keaton open the door, I was just like, "Fuck!"
Oh my god!
We all had that.
yeah, that I literally was like,
Oh.
I don't know if it's my favorite Spider-Man film of all time, but it's definitely up there. That's
Top
for
3.
sure.
It's my number 3 favorite.
It's my second best one, so that's why Spider-Man Homecoming is my number 3.
Number 2.
Numero dos for me is Austin's number 3, and that is Dunkirk.
Ah, nice.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk.
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 I will say this on record. This is the best war film since Saving Private Ryan.
I honestly can agree with that. I can agree.
Like Austin said, from the beaches to the sea to the air, I love how the things intertwine with each other.
Yeah, people were saying how it was confusing.
You know, they
like,
said the same thing about Cloud Atlas.
I actually didn't mind Cloud so much.
Yeah, the acting in this movie is freaking fantastic.
Even though there's not much dialogue in this film.
Even though there isn't, Tom Hardy did great.
Oh yes, he did.
Christopher Nolan has done it again. That's all I'm saying. Dunkirk, my number 2.
Alright, now I'm just gonna be real with you guys. When I was going through this top 5 a few days ago, and I was thinking, okay, should my number 1 be my number 1 film of the year and also my number film of the summer? But I had to really think about it. My number 2 is really my favorite film of the year right now, but my number 1 is my favorite film of the summer. Anyways, my number 2 film of the summer is, to me, the best film trilogy conclusion since The Dark Knight, and that is War for the Planet.
Thank you. Also, it's my number 2 as well.
Apes on
That was
horses.
awful. Hold on. There you go. Better.
Apes on horses.
Apes on horses.
Apes on horses. The reason why this is not my number 1 for one reason is because when I go into a summer film, I want to have a lot of fun. Apes wasn't that fun, honestly.
No.
But as a film, I honestly find it to be a masterpiece of a movie.
It
It's a
is
masterpiece.
absolutely amazing. Such great actings. Andy Serkis once again kills it as Caesar.
Still not
Woody
gonna be
Harrelson
amazing.
kills as the comedic
Oh my god, Woody Harrelson was brilliant in this.
He was
Steve
brilliant.
Zahn as the bad ape. He could have been the new Jar Jar Binks. He could have been, but thankfully, no, he seriously could have been. What was it? Especially the no, and then okay.
War of the Planet of the Apes is perhaps the best conclusion to a trilogy series. You can probably see the share.
Yeah, it's the best film trilogy conclusion since The Dark Knight Rises.
Exactly.
It's the best. Matt Reeves, seriously, you couldn't have developed such an ending arc for a character for Caesar than he possibly did. Not to mention, the apes looked even more realistic than ever before.
They did.
But did you also think that the avalanche event looked real?
That avalanche was fucking scary.
It was like a biblical epic, but with apes in it. That's how I felt about
The
it.
ending made me cry, unfortunately.
Dude, I cried multiple times in this movie. I could gush about how much I love this movie, but it's not my number 1 because it's just... I just didn't have a lot of fun watching this movie. That's the only reason why it's my number 1. But War of the Planets is my number 2.
It's not my number 1 film of the year, but it's definitely up there, that's for sure.
That's why it's our number 2.
It's number 1.
Alright guys, number 1 film of the summer, Alex.
I think me and Austin have the same number 1. You want to say it at the count of 3?
I don't
For
know.
a chance?
3,
1, 2, 3.
1.
Baby Driver!
Hell yes! This film is the definition of a summer blockbuster.
Damn right.
And Edgar Wright, oh my god, he is an amazing... Dude,
First American movie.
there is not a single film from him I do not like. This film,
You
This
want to
is
talk about Fast and the Furious on steroids?
this film makes Fast the Furious look terrible.
Yeah, it
Seriously.
does.
The car chases are some of the best ever put to film.
Wow.
The action sequences are amazing. Everyone from Ansel Elgort, Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, John Bernthal, who was in it barely.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh my. Do it look like anything about Barbara fucking Streisand? Hey, language. Was he slow?
Even
Was he
Flea.
slow?
Even Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers is in this.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was one of the guys who was in the
henchman.
Heist with Jamie Foxx, right? Yeah, that's right. Or, this is Mike Myers. No, they're going to go. I mean, Jason. No.
Got the Austin Powers mask.
Out of everything, the soundtrack of this film. This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard, and this is what I wanted from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm sorry. I basically just love how Alex Stewart uses his music to drive himself through the plot.
And after every single heist they go, he has to do a new mixtape. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I loved it, to give it, like, it's each of it intensity and flavor, like Neat Neat Neat, or Hocus Pocus, or the Bell Bottoms, or Golden Radar Love. Oh my god. I have the entire soundtrack in my car, and actually before we were filming this, I was actually listening to Hocus Pocus on the way over here. My favorite scene of the film, my favorite action scene of the year, Tequila.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How Edgar Wright edited every single beat with his direction, how the action was. It was just...
Tequila.
It's such an... Everyone says to me, No Man's Land's the best action scene of the year. I think Tequila's the best action scene of the year. It's just
I
so
will agree with
unique,
that.
so inventive.
It's so original.
It's original, and it's an absolute blast from start to finish. Baby Driver is Alex Knight's number one favorite, the film of the summer.
Get the coffee.
My number one's kind of obvious. If you guys haven't figured out by now, it's Dunkirk. Thank you guys for spoiling everything that I liked about this movie, so I really have not much else to say, so that's why it's my number one.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
Surprisingly good!
As a kid, I loved these books.
I know what it is.
Oh, boy.
Now it comes to a movie form, Captain Underpants.
That's mine as well.
That's not mine. That's not
Alex, high five. I absolutely
it's not
love
my
this
number.
movie.
It's not my
It's
most
definitely
surprising.
the second best animated film of the year.
It was
Lego Batman.
It was my most surprising until I saw another one.
Yeah.
Here's my thing though. Other than Lego Batman and Captain Underpants, I don't think there's gonna be any other movies, animated movies, that are gonna be that good this year. Honestly.
Ed Helms as the voice of Captain Underpants.
Yes,
Oh, man.
he's gonna pick
But as Principal Crumb, but as Captain Underpants sold it, absolutely.
The visualization is great. Just how they transition from animation scenes, how the transition is, it's just amazing.
It's like an actual comic book.
It is. Kevin Hart, stick to animated movies from now on.
This is his best performance.
Don't do live action anymore. This is such a really good surprise for all the crappy animated movies that came out this year, including the Tom and Jerry movie, which is definitely my
the Willy Wonka one. Yep, that's my most surprising.
Same, that's mine as well.
Alright, so my most surprising was Captain Underpants until I saw this one. Now, I saw a teaser of this film and I saw a poster and I was like, this looks like a ripoff of a certain film I loved back in 2011. Yes, 2011. So I watched this film, I was like, you know what, I have very low expectations, so it turned out to be a fun, enjoyable film, and that is Girls Trip. I had a blast with this movie.
Is it like Bridesmaids?
No, not at all, actually. Watching this, I thought it was gonna be pretty much like a rip-off of Bridesmaids, both an all-black cast.
Or Sex in the City.
Not even that, actually. But
Thank God it wasn't like
thankfully, it was the complete opposite. All the girls in this movie, their chemistry was infectious with Tiffany Haddish. Oh my god, she had me howling with laughter, particularly with this one scene involving a grapefruit, which I'm never going to see grapefruit the same
I will
way.
give you that. That was pretty fun. That was funny.
That had me dying with laughter.
That was fun.
It's not the most original comedy out there. No, it's not. It's a movie just meant to have a fun time at the movies. Not only that, it's fun for a girls' night out, or it's even fun for a date. Everyone was telling me, dude, give this movie a chance. You never know you'll like it. And I was laughing throughout it. But yeah, this movie threw a curveball at me in the best way possible. And I'm so happy I saw it because Girls Trip, not only is my favorite comedy of the year, but so far my most surprising film of 2017. And in the summer.
Oh, shit!
Okay, my most disappointing. I really had little to no expectations with this movie, but I decided to give it a shot because, you know, you kind of have to with movies like this. It's Valerian.
It was okay. It was meh. I thought it was just meh.
It was just meh. I really didn't understand the chemistry between the two characters.
Neither did I. Yeah, they're very one-dimensional.
Very one-dimensional. You try to get like involved with this like plot and everything.
What
you just
plot?
can't.
Yeah. Was there a plot to
There should have been.
I mean, there is a plot.
There should have been. It would have been more interesting. The action scenes didn't make sense.
I actually like the action scenes a lot, and particularly with the marketplace. I thought that was a really inventive action scene.
Anything with Rihanna in it?
Oh yeah.
I loved that scene.
I forgot about Rihanna.
I loved that scene. The dance scene. I thought that was the best scene of the entire film.
Rihanna
honestly.
needs to get a new agent. This movie was just really just.
It was boring.
It was boring as hell.
It was boring.
And with all the hype leading up to it, it was just pretty average.
I mean, the most I can give is that the visual effects looked amazing, especially if you saw it in 3D. But other than that, it's just.
It was a good movie to look at. I'll give you that.
Absolutely. The visuals were insane to watch.
But everything else fell flat. That's why it's my most disappointing.
My number one most disappointing film of the summer. This is a film I was hugely anticipating for the entire year because I love the first one. I absolutely adored the first one, but walking on this film was just like, God dang it. And I know I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for you guys to come after me. My most disappointing film of the summer is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
It would have been mine if it wasn't for my pick.
I'm sorry, I wanted to love this film. This film, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, or it's still, to this day, my top 5 MCU films of all time. I will say this right now, the first 2 minutes of this film were phenomenal. The Baby Groot dancing scene is honestly, that was phenomenal. But as soon as the Golden People started chasing after the Guardians, I thought the film lost me, to be honest. It was just, I thought there was in there just to add conflict when that did anything.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
That was amazing, I'll give you that. The first 2 minutes and the last 20 minutes were phenomenal. Everything else in between was unfocused as hell.
You may be your father. You like Batista in that one scene.
But David Batista didn't do anything in this movie. He did
that.
jack
had some funny lines in it.
That's the no. He barely had a fight scene. Didn't have a fight scene.
I know he
except
didn't
for
have
the
a
opening
fight scene,
scene.
but he was fun.
Well, no, that's my point though. Is he was so wasted. All he did was just tell jokes when he called Drax the Destroyer. Honestly, Yondu was my favorite thing about the entire film. I loved Ego Ego, but my biggest disappointment with the film was the soundtrack.
Oh, come on.
I was not a fan of the soundtrack. I mean, okay, I love Mr. Blue Sky. Love that song.
I
love
Chain.
Okay,
The Chain.
there's at least 4 songs in the entire soundtrack I like. Only 4 songs.
Okay.
Brandy, the Fleetwood Mac song,
The Chain,
Mr. Blue Sky, and there was one more song. But otherwise,
My Sweet Lord.
I think that was it too. But other than that, I found it to be a forgettable soundtrack, honestly. I don't know, it just didn't click with me this time. And I love the first Guardians. I love that film to death. It was in my top 10 of 2014.
Same.
This one, however, just didn't hit it for me.
So, is this a 3 out of 5 as well?
No, this was actually a 4 out of 5.
Dude, you know what I just realized? My thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 are Joe's thoughts on the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I just realized that.
It very much is. They're like opposites.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, most disappointing film of the summer.
My most disappointing film of the summer. If it wasn't for this film, Guardians 2 would have been my most disappointing. But this film, I was really looking forward to.
Sorry.
Mainly the one thing, I did see that the critics' ratings definitely did hurt it a little bit, but I still like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. I want to see how good this film could be. Unfortunately, this film was really unfocused and only had 2 mainly good things about it, and that is the Dark Tower. Dark Tower, for me, is just extremely disappointing. Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba are great in this movie, but the story is completely out of whack. You don't know what's going on.
It's just it's also just rushed.
It is really rushed. It really could have been a great film, but you know what? It deserved the ratings it got though, because it's rushed.
Yeah.
The plot's ridiculously unfocused, and the ending is like.
Oh god, I want to say this right now.
Really?
Idris Elba was amazing in the film. Idris Elba was the best part about the film. He actually saved it, I thought, from being in a terrible film.
Yeah, Idris Elba really saved it. Matthew McConaughey was good too. But really hurt because I really like Matthew McConaughey, especially his I love saying that sometimes.
And the kid,
I'm like, meh. So yeah. That's why Dark Tower is my most disappointing film.
Alrighty guys, here we are. We've done top 5, we've done surprising, disappointing. Now it is time for the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time for the shitstains of the summer movie season of 2017. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. Now, Alex, since you've been going, Lucas, I know you wanted to go first, so...
Yay! I get to go first. My biggest shit stain of the summer. Wow, this movie is just unbelievable. How it even got made number one. Number two,
I think you guys have
how
the
this
same.
came out the very beginning of the summer, but yet...
Oh, never mind.
Holy shit, this movie is bad. This is my number 3 worst movie of the year because nothing will beat Fist Fight or Resident Evil, but this
Because
movie,
I know you've talked so much about this.
it's my number 3 worst of the year, and it is Diary of the Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul.
Dude, I don't blame you. I only saw one of those films, and I don't regret not seeing the other ones.
Right when they start doing the first terrible joke in this movie, which is said and repeated throughout the entire rest of the movie, it's so bad. The joke is literally, diaper hand, and I just sat there like,
What?
this movie is beyond atrocious. Everything in this movie is terrible. The older brother of the main character in this kid, he is literally one of the stupidest motherfuckers I've ever seen in the entire goddamn movie. They also do a road trip and their GPS says from Ohio to Indiana is 47 hours. 47 hours to get to Ohio.
Maybe walking distance.
Maybe walking, but not driving, you idiot.
Well,
yeah, this movie has absolutely no logic. The jokes are terrible. The jokes are stupid. Every character is either a moron, a bitch, or a dumbass. But yeah, pretty much this movie has...
Or a stupid idiot.
Or a stupid idiot, thank you, Chris Jericho. But yeah, this movie absolutely has no likable characters, no likable story. Everyone in this movie sucks, and yeah, they never need to make these kind of movies, even though it's a profitable thing. So yeah, Diary of the Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul is my number 3 worst film of the year, and it's my worst film of the summer by far.
I walked into Emoji, like, you know what? This is probably going to be a bad movie, nonetheless. Because, I mean, I had honestly no hope into an Emoji movie, because, let's just face it, the moment they announce an Emoji film coming out, that's as bomb as bros you could possibly get. However, my shit stain of the summer, I actually had hope walking into it. I liked how it started out, but then I started hearing the dialogue. Transformers The Last Night is my shit stain of the summer.
I stopped with those movies. I stopped
Yeah,
because I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to see it. Fuck these movies.
There was one reason why I wanted to see this. Because the writers wrote Iron Man. How Transformers The Last Night started off, it was promising. You saw the Last Crusade, you saw King Arthur of the Knights, and then
Indiana Jones.
But then I started hearing Merlin, a drunk Merlin, spouting out dialogue. It's not the drunk Merlin part, it's just the dialogue that he has that's made me go like, this is just pure Michael Bay dog shit, seriously. The plot makes no damn sense, and plus the fact that Michael Bay sexualizes a 14-year-old, you creepy motherfucker, enough said, that she says, I want to go to the front lines, I want to battle, and she does jack shit throughout the entire film. Action scenes are just as incoherent as they were in the last movie, considering that the guy who shot it shot John Wick. Then they had the balls once again to set up for a sequel.
Cliffhanger! Yay!
All I'm gonna say is, Michael Bay says this is going to be his last Transformers film. I hope to God this is going to be his last, because I don't know if I can take it anymore. This, once again, like the previous 3 films, not the first Transformers, because I actually had a fun time with the first Transformers. I don't think so, to be honest. This is the last of cinematic waterboarding I will take from Michael Bay at this point. It's the last of it I will take because I'm done. I'm done with your shit, Bay. Go back to doing films like 13 Hours. Go back to doing stuff like Bad Boys.
Pain and Gain.
To an extent, yes. To Michael bullshit, yes. Transformers The Last Night, hopefully the last shit, is my shit stain of the summer.
I really wanted the Popeye movie.
Well,
which sucks because they had to make the Emoji movie.
Speaking of the Emoji movie.
Yeah, it's your shit stain.
That's my shit stain.
Yeah. I went from Logan Lucky to see the Emoji movie.
Why? If I could right now, my 10 through 1 worst films of the year would be the Emoji.
It's a terrible film.
If I could. It would be, it was
it's
just...
an Oscar contender,
you know,
according to the Academy.
Forget the Academy, no one cares about them. I had little to no expectations of this. It was my least anticipated film of the year.
I think it was for all of us, actually.
And it lived up to expectations. It lived up to expectations.
To give you guys some foresight, they canceled Popeye for the Emoji movie.
Sailor Man.
Let me repeat that. They canceled Popeye for this garbage.
Why would you make a movie about emojis?
It's as bottom of the barrel as you can get for ideas.
Yeah, I mean, last
It
year.
appeals to the teens.
I mean,
Not even to the teens.
Not even that.
Not even that.
I mean,
no.
last year we had what, the Angry Birds movie?
Angry Bird movie, and I hated that
Dude,
movie with a
this
passion.
this looks at Angry Birds like a masterpiece.
This
Exactly, yep.
Could have gotten a beer. You could have gotten something else.
A beer.
He doesn't.
I don't drink beer.
He doesn't drink at all.
You'll probably
Poor
needed it after
Poor
this.
unfortunate soul.
You probably needed it after this, I'll bet.
Probably.
Simply put, Emoji Movie is shit. Just like the emoji shit.
Shit. Oh yeah, speaking of shit, Patrick Stewart has the poop emoji. Don't laugh at that.
Stop laughing at
It's
that.
bullshit. Fuck that. Stop laughing.
Worst film of the
Joe,
summer.
you are evil. Alrighty guys, so that'll do it for our top 5 summer films of 2017. Those were the top 5. Surprising, disappointing, and the shit stains. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed our top 5 summer films video. Please comment down and let us know below what are your top 5, your most surprising, disappointing, and of course, your worst of the worst. I hope you guys enjoyed our top 5 summer films of 2017. If so, please hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. If you want to see any previous 2 movie reviews, please click on the left on Lucas or click on the right on Alex's side. And of course, until the next top 5 or video, we will see you guys next time.
Fidget spinners!
Something smells good.